Are you like okay?
You remember like a couple of weeks ago when I told you that um, during the fall and winter months, like I can't sing because my sinuses are constantly draining.
Yeah.
And now we have the remnants of a tropical storm moving through, and I don't live in the south anymore, so it's like not quite cool out, but definitely like seasonally different than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's triggering all of that.
Oh, so how do you serenade your wife at night?
Very badly. Very, very badly. It's shameful, really. Is the best word for it. She tolerates it, sort of out of charity, really. Pity, I guess, is a better word. But it's the results are just really, really, really disappointing. Like
What
every
song are
time.
you gonna sing tonight?
I was thinking something like All by Myself.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you.
Hey Internet, Highway 47 has returned to an old, I almost said favorite, but we know that's not true. It's Star Trek Lower Decks, and we are starting Season 2 today. I am Shaggy B, and with me is Dracofunk.
Hey, I'm right here.
Sure is.
Like I've always been here, except I wasn't. Shaggy B actually beat me here.
I did, briefly, but mostly because I didn't give you any warning when I'd be ready. It evens out because it was your idea to do this today.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's all good. But we are watching Season 2, Episode 1 of Star Trek Lower Decks. I don't know the title of it. As you may recall, if you listen to our old commentaries, I am not the world's biggest fan of this series. And so I didn't read up on it. But Dracofunk, the master of knowledge, is about to tell us all about this episode.
The title of this episode is Strange Energies.
Well, that's like...
strange.
That's like the stereotypical single plot of every Star Trek episode.
This is...
Which is fine.
That is the point. I think, is strange energy has been the plot of so many episodes.
Yeah,
and they're using that.
Well, maybe it'll be familiar. Maybe it'll be okay. If you guys get a chance to listen to our Godzilla retrospective codcast,
cod piece,
it might. Oh man, it's too bad Vomit's making the slide, or else I would totally just call it the cod piece. I mean, Scrodrick has been promising us a Scrodcast for quite a while, and he hasn't done it yet. I mean, that's fine, but but anyway, the podcast, which will come out and or has come out before or after this, or right at the same time, I don't really know. You'll get kind of a dissertation from me on what I finally settled into my reason that I have trouble with this series, and to boil it down to brass tacks, it's that this series to me represents that the brand Star Trek has moved away from the purpose of Star Trek. And it's really up to you, I think, whether you're cool with that or whether you dislike that or like it more or whatever. For me, it's a challenge for me. But Dracofunk is very positive, and he's good at encouraging me to give it a chance, and so I'm going to give it a chance.
I will say this. We've only seen the first season, and if you judge The Next Generation by the first season, right now we'd be talking about how pissed we were that it's not nearly as good as the original series.
Oh yeah, I mean, one of as Will Wheaton will famously tell you, one of the staples of the early internet was the Usenet group alt.wesley.die.die.die, and he still like he goes to therapy over that to this day, you know. So yeah, and
Anyway.
that's a reasonable point.
I will say this though, and you might even agree with me on
Okay.
this.
All right.
At the moment, as we speak, there are 3 Star Trek series being produced actively.
Yeah.
I think this is the better of the 3. You haven't seen Discovery.
I haven't seen Discovery, and I mean, does that count Picard season 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know what season. Season 2 is in production right now and has not been released.
Right.
They just finished up releasing season 3 of Discovery.
Okay. And you're right. And I would like to do Discovery sometime.
Just say the word and we'll do it.
Well, let's let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The first season of it, I will say the first season is really, really rough, and even, even I, who am infinitely positive, found the first season upsetting.
Yeah.
So you need to be prepared for that. The second season's better. I haven't seen all of the third season, so.
Well, there we are. So we're going into this with a bruised ego but an open mind.
So this episode, Strange Energies, it aired just a few weeks ago, August 12th.
Okay.
And it has an IMDb rating of 7.2.
All right.
And as we speak, 3 episodes have aired. The 4th episode will air tomorrow.
Right. We're recording this on the 1st of September.
Yeah.
Of 2021. And yeah. So
So we're watching this on CBS All Access, so just get your episode started, hit the pause button, and then the 10-second rewind, and wait for Shaggy to give us a 5-second countdown.
That's correct. I think it's Paramount Plus at this point, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know. I can't keep track.
I can't either.
Just find it and watch it. I'll start it when we tell you.
Yeah, I don't actually have my episode up and ready.
Okay, well then we'll find it and start it.
All right.
So is it time?
It is time.
All right. This is Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 2, Episode 1, Strange Energies, and we'll start it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Hey, JJ-verse sound effects.
I don't know, that's almost a Star Trek 2, or Star Trek even the motion picture.
Kinda. Cardassian ships and that the perspective is off there. Cassian has a vaguely German accent, which is a little on the nose. Okay, so we start with a rehash of the holodeck scene.
50-50, this is actually on the holodeck.
I'm sure it is. Why does he have a He has like the movie uniform. Like, didn't they change uniforms?
I mean, wasn't there a time when they were like doing like several different uniforms?
Like that was during Star Trek Generations only.
Oh,
And it was literally because the wardrobe department didn't have the uniforms ready in time. Um, Actually, it wasn't that. It was like they made all the new uniforms, did all the promotional stuff, including the action figures, and then at the last second, right before filming, rejected the new uniforms. And so they had to like just raid the um, the uniforms they'd been using in the series, and like the Deep Space Nine wardrobe, which is why Riker's jumpsuit uniform doesn't fit at all because he wore Cisco's uniform, and Avery Brooks isn't that big.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a nice animation of a Miranda class.
that is really, yeah. Yep, knew it. See, they broke the fourth wall. You get it? Like it's
Yeah.
yeah, Gene Roddenberry. Yep. That was a really well animated sequence, except for the drawing of the station on the asteroid. The perspective was off, but it did remind me of the animated series.
I think part of this series is that it's aware of what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be lighthearted Star Trek for serious Star Trek fans.
It's so hard to make that work. Oh yeah, I remember this song, this theme song.
Still better than Enterprise's theme song.
Yes, it is. They should like tell us about the technology in their warp field that allows them to carry that giant lightning bug thing at warp without
Do you
problems.
really want them to do that?
I mean, slightly. Oh. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Shouldn't it be thanks, Commander?
it should, yes.
What's he eating?
Hairs?
Uh-oh. Third date.
Now we get to do the thing where she's like all jealous of the other girl. Ah, you picked up on it.
That would be
That
kind of cool.
escalates quickly, yeah. So it's like joining the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Yeah. These guys are like Lego people.
Uh, oh, bullying.
Mm. Well, there's my first facepalm. We are 8 minutes in.
Hey, that's like a lot longer than the most
I think
of
that might be the longest so far on any of these episodes, yeah. For the record, you should also clean your privates as well.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There it is.
If you know what I mean. "800 episodes of Star Trek, and they finally defined it."
Oh, good.
Oh, this will be fine. Awesome.
Wish that would have happened to Riker.
Yeah, really.
I mean, when Riker got his powers, everything was fine until they killed Wesley and Worf.
What's a capital ship in Starfleet?
Like a Galaxy class, Sovereign class, Nebula class.
But like they don't have like it's like a continuum. Like is like where's the division?
I would say like a medium class ship would be like the Excelsiors, Steam Runners, Akiras.
Okay, so let's analogize this to like a current navy.
Um,
Is a destroyer a capital ship?
No.
Is a cruiser a capital ship?
No.
Is a battleship a capital ship?
Yes.
Okay. So so there's a dividing line somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like battle cruisers, battleships, carriers would be capital ships.
Okay.
What?
Medical rifle. Was that the moon?
Yeah. Moon!
Ah, what a time.
I eat ice cream anyway.
It's a pretty cool robe there.
I don't like Stevenson.
uh,
Uh, huh.
she's a trill.
I get it. Uh,
Man, if I had a nickel for every time I had that problem.
surprisingly, this is not the first time that's happened in Star Trek.
No, it is not. It's a good thing the shields are able to withstand God. The first phaser blast we got to see?
I think so.
Oh God, he went Super Saiyan after
Did he
that.
just try to bite the ship?
He did.
Oh.
Therapy via giant space head and phaser battles. Which,
Yeah.
very Star Trek. Rolling coal, huh? Commercial break, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
We're back. Woo! How's she going to explain teeth marks in the saucer section?
Yeah, really.
Hmm.
Yeah. Eat it like a sandwich.
uh,
Boulder.
oh.
Oh. Get it? Neutral
Yeah.
zone. Balls. Get it?
Oh. Oh. Yay.
The boulder was always the answer.
Yeah. The moon's back.
The moon's back.
The bitchin' expanse.
Bitchin' expanse.
Hmm.
Hmm. I love pears, man.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Your brain's melting.
I get it.
That doesn't sound fun.
Huh.
Yeah, things that Riker didn't do. I mean, it is kind of a Riker solution, I suppose.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, that I'll give that some credit. That was kind of a cool take on the crazy alien, electric zapper turns person into incorrigible god. Like, that's kind of neat. But you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, giant head trying to eat a ship.
yeah. I feel like I'm kind of bothered by, like, they got into that mother-daughter partnership thing right at the end of the last episode, and then immediately got right back out of it. And I don't know if that's like, I don't know if there was a better option, except like maybe not really to do it in the first place. But I don't know. It just seems kind of like it. I'll tell you what it does. It screams to me that they needed to do something as a, like, oh, here's a big elaborate, like, happy ending event at the end of season 1, and then season 2 they just didn't really try very hard to, like, write around it. They like wrote themselves into a corner, and the only thing they could think of to do was just, well, let's just undo that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, at least at least it has continuity. At least it's, it's a believable narrative. But just the timing of it, like, just kind of says, really, guys, that's the best you could do. You couldn't even give us like a couple episodes of working through it and making it happen and maybe finding a direction. But I don't know. That's not a huge criticism. It's just a,
Honestly, I hear you, and I completely agree with you. I think part of that, the reason it had to be this episode was just that the way television is now, seasons are shorter,
yeah.
and you don't have enough time to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, that's the kind of plot that older Star Trek would have resolved within an episode if they weren't going to continue it.
Yeah.
You know, um, I mean, there were several times that, like, or in a two-parter maybe, like, like there was the episode where Data wound up commanding the ship for, the duration of basically a two-parter, but at the end of it, he was back to where he was and all that, and that's, whatever.
Yeah, Riker went to the brig and Captain Picard was dead.
Right? Yeah, that whole thing.
By the end of the next episode, everything was fixed.
Exactly. And fine, sure. But I just, when they end an episode with a major change like that, to me that says, give it a little while to develop before you just kind of throw it away. And I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, reasonably engaging plot. It's nice to see the crew, like the senior staff, like, seem at least semi-competent. because in the first season they really didn't, and I think I'm kind of seeing a bit of a perspective shift in this, and I mean this is all told from the perspective of the junior officers. That's the whole point. But the first time around, it was like, that sort of teenager perspective of these adults I have to hang around and listen to are all idiots.
Yeah.
And now we're getting like, it's like we've aged 5 years. And it's like, okay, the adults around me are still old fuddy-duddies and stuck in their ways and maybe a little bit closed-minded, but they also have some wisdom and experience, and it's worth listening to them, sort of, even if I can contribute with some new ideas of my own. That seems a little more what this was going for.
And when they go crazy, kick them in the balls.
Right, which, we all do that, I guess.
I've never kicked you in the balls.
That's true. That's true. I'm thinking of vomit.
I've never kicked vomit in the balls either.
Well, I have. And and he did it to me, and we both deserved it several times.
I mean, next time I see him, I guess.
You go for it, man. Tell him it's from me.
Hey, vomit. Yeah, Shaggy B sent me a message. Okay.
Crunch. Please don't actually do that to him. we've had a truce for like 20 years now. Oh god. Well, on that note, I think we're good. Join us for more Star Trek Lower Decks. We'll power through it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Good
Good night, everybody.